Hello, living in Boulder vlog for February 5th, 2019 at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not really all that high. I probably should have maybe smoked more weed. Um, can't find my smoke stick. Um, so, um, since yesterday, I did the video yesterday. I think I worked a little bit more and then I went to sleep. And then I kind of got up right before noon. I think I slept from like night. I slept for like noon to 6 or something like that yesterday. And then I worked all night. So, but I feel pretty fresh now. So I'll probably work, keep doing. So I finished that other book, Cyril. And then I started going on, I'm doing Euripides right now. He's one of the 3 playwrights of Greece. And I did Sophocles. And then there's the other one, what was the other one? Euripides and then Aeschylus I haven't done. And so, yeah, Euripides right now. I think there's like 7 plays of his. I know that there was 7 of Sophocles, 7 of Euripides, I think. And I'm on 3 right now. Each of the plays have like 400 or 500, chapters, or like exchanges. So it's kind of time consuming, but I'm just dragging it over. And yeah, I might be able to finish Euripides today. And then I'll get going on Aeschylus, and then and then there's the Augustan histories. There's actually a lot of books I didn't realize. I thought I had like all of them. There was a whole bunch. So it's fun to just discover. But yeah, and then I have to finish Egypt. My Egypt book I never finished. I didn't realize. So, see, this is back in the days, back when computers were slow. Okay, like just like a week ago was when I finally fixed my Native American Myths and Legends book on my website. I've got these unfinished pages, and so that Egypt book being unfinished, that's a holdover from when computers were slow. You know what I mean? And you'd burn out, and you'd have to fucking give stuff a rest because it just take too goddamn long. Nowadays, I could go in there and just, I shouldn't have been getting into web design back a long time ago because this kind of websites that I make did not suit the computers that they had all the way up until like 5 years ago. I should have been out and about outside having fun, but whatever. Or I should have invested in a better computer. That's the other mistake I made. Never had the money to buy a good computer, but now that computers are on top of it, I'm powering through. And yeah, I'm gonna do this guy, Euripides, Aeschylus, and then whatever I can find. There's this page that has a collection of them, so I'm going to run down it and see what there is, and get everything. So we'll see what I can do. I was listening to Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, which is actually, that's the biggest book I know that was ever written. If you need to know of one that's bigger, tell me. I think it's like 8,800 pages or something, written by Edward Gibbon in the 1700s, I think, or maybe that's Mommsen. I think Gibbon was in the 1860s, 1800s. But I never, when I put it on my website, they never had it. Whoever I got it from didn't have the dates on all the chapters, and I don't have the dates and everything on all the chapters and titles for individuals, and I want to do that because I think that's my favorite book. Like, that's a book I want to memorize, that book right there. So, just because it's one huge work by one guy, I think that's cool. One consistent work by one guy that's that big. That's what I want to do really soon, is attach dates to it, because the way that I learn history is by decades. I want to break stuff up into decades. That's how I've always thought. That's how we think, I think, You're like the 70s and that's the 80s. What do you think about the 90s, So in the 60s and 50s and stuff. And so it's something we can wrap our head around. And so I want to understand history that way. It's only been 20 decades since Jesus to now, So you should be able to understand that. So, my history books, I need to attach years to all of my books that have to do with an actual history story. And so, yeah, with Decline and Fall, like super fired up. I might do that, sooner rather than later. Like maybe even before I do any other books. I'm done with Euripides, or who's this guy? I keep saying Euripides. Yeah, it is Euripides. Then I might get going on, just go ahead and do Decline and Fall because I want to know the dates. I'm hearing him talk and I'm like, but what date, And I could refer to my timeline, obviously, but the problem with my timeline is it's not done, right? So I look at it and it's not complete and the links don't work. And so my timeline's basically not functionable. I don't even want to look at my timeline at all, So, so to attach dates to the actual book would be bomb diggity. Anyways, it's kind of getting late. It's always 6 minutes. So I'm going to lie down now. Talk to y'all tomorrow.